Hee hee! Today I am recapping the latest episode of Drag Duel Season 3, Ho Ho Holiday Parodies. Next week is the semi-finals, and I have just one thing to say. You ruined Christmas, Drag Duel. Christmas is cancelled. Just kidding. But as always, I have a lot to say, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hennessy feels very good about having won 2 design challenges this season. She is now starting to fathom her potential win. Gwen feels a bit on the outs now that her fellow bestie and king, Heavy Cream, has left the competition. She especially feels slighted after realizing that her fellow contestants weren't living for her Met Gala look, saying it wasn't fashionable and it was ugly. Apparently, some of the Patreon members were ratting out the cast behind the scenes, but Hennessy shuts this down, saying she had nothing to do with it. And Neon is utterly confused, considering she had been upfront about Gwen's look earlier. This fractures the group a little bit, leaving some warriors uncertain on who to trust. So for this week's main round, the contestants will have to spread some Christmas cheer by creating holiday parody videos. They need to pick a winter holiday song and transform it into a comedic parody. It must be between 90 to 120 seconds long. And it must be funny. As the winners of last week's main round, Alex and Hennessy get their own special power-ups. In essence, Alex and Hennessy get to pick 2 warriors of their choosing, they can even pick each other if they want, to spin the jingle wheel. And whatever song it lands on, the warrior of their choice must use it in their parody video. To no one's surprise, Hennessy picks Gwen, saying she did this to herself. The cheeky Alex uses it on Hennessy. I mean, respect. Play the game, girl. And this is how much I love Trans Jennifer, because she gets mad that Alex didn't use the power-up on her, meaning that she doesn't see her as a threat. She's also happy that the power-up wasn't used on her. So she even disagrees with her own self. Girl, are you a Libra? So Gwen spins the jingle wheel and gets Hey Sis, It's Christmas by RuPaul. I love that song. And Hennessy gets All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. And she admits that despite being a theatre kid, she cannot sing to save her own life. The warriors discuss their biggest threats and the consensus is Smokey and Hennessy. We love to see some POC excellence. The warriors also talk about what Christmas is like for them, and it was really interesting to hear their different experiences from around the world. Christmas can be a really difficult time for many people, so remember to reach out to your loved ones this holiday season. So it's time for the Ho Ho Holiday Parodies. We have Alex doing Let It Snow, Let It Blow, I'm a Ho, well yes, Smokey doing Santa Baby, Gwen with Hey Sis, It's Transmas, featuring Orbit, AJ, Zodic, and Heavy Cream. We have Neon reprising her role as Mrs. Claus, singing Rudolph the Home-Wrecking Reindeer. We have Hennessy doing All I Want for Christmas, and Trans doing Here Comes T-Slur Claus. My personal favourite performance was from Smokey. She made me laugh the most. She said something like, Santa, shove it down my chimney tonight, and I almost spat out my drink. The category is Sweet Tooth, and I gave my top 2 to Gwendolyn. I mean, this is gorgeous and different. And it just made me think of the times I used to eat Neapolitan ice cream but always leave the strawberry. Did anyone else do that? On the judging panel this week, we have Derek and Bootsy. We have Dom Perignon, Hydra Burner. Don't worry, kids, Hydra Burner can't hurt you. And this week's extra special guest judge, Susan. First, we have Alex. Derek says the lyrics didn't hit, but she delivered with a physical comedy. Hydra said it was directionless, and Susan told Hydra to shut up multiple times. They say the look wasn't overly original, but it was well done. Next is Smokey, and Bootsy says she knows how to do comedy. She has a natural timing, and they appreciated her rants in between the singing. Derek says her shoulders were slumping a bit in the runway, but Dom says it was a full campy silhouette. Next is Gwen. Hydra says she changed it up and came up with new jokes. And Bootsy said she really listened to what the judges were asking for. It was personal, but also funny. On the runway, Bootsy says she looks delicious. Up next is Neon, and the judges say it was too narrative. It needed less story and more jokes. It was also, extremely X-rated. I mean, good for you, Neon. And they like the concept of Neon's runway, but not the presentation so much. Now we have Hennessy. They liked her performance and the insanity, but Hydra says it was too chaotic. Also, damn, Hennessy, those vocals, girl. I agree with Gwen, it was hard to understand what was being said. On the runway, however, this was Gorgina. She never fails to turn a look. Last but not least, we have Trans Jennifer. Dom said this was the best parody lyrically, and I have to agree. I think this video had the best lyrics, Smokey's had the best comedy, and Gwen had the best overall product and message. Dom said it was the weakest of the week and did not get bubblegum from it. So it's time for the final judgment. Gwen, Smokey, and Trans are the tops, however the win does go to Gwendolyn. And I have to agree. Nobody does a music video challenge like Gwenny Gwen Gwen. She will receive a special power-up in the semi-finals next week. This leaves Neon, Alex, and Hennessy in the bottom 3. Alex is saved, leaving Hennessy and Neon to lip-sync it out. They perform to Let's Go Crazy by Prince. And I really like Neon's production. As always, everything with Neon looks 10 out of 10, but I do think Hennessy is the better mover. And so we say goodbye to Neon, and Hennessy advances to the semi-finals. Look, you guys all know that Neon is my favorite. It sucks, but I truly hope that everyone sees Neon's star quality and fan favorite energy like I do. I think Drag Duel struck gold casting Neon, and a lot of my followers agree. Go follow Neon, go support her. Neon for all stars. And so, my friends, what did you think of this week's Drag Duel episode? Next week is the semi-finals. I'm excited to see who makes it to the very end. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. Stay safe, and as always, let me know all the tea. And I'll see you very soon for another video.